This is collection THX1138. Today I would like to share with you the 1979 KENNER Alien board game. An exciting game of elimination and escape for 2 to 4 players. I can't lie to you about your chances, but you have my sympathies. The object is to be the first player to get one of your 3 astronauts into the Space Shuttle Narcissus at the center of the board. Also, use your alien to eliminate the astronauts of other players. If all 12 of the astronauts are eliminated by the aliens before any one of them can reach the center of the board, the game ends in a tie and there is no sequel. The kids obviously admire its purity. A game without conscience, remorse, or delusions of morality. And it does capture the spirit of escape and elimination. So this is my 18-inch KENNER Alien that I will show in other videos. You can see the translucent dome. And you can see a skull underneath. This is the 18-inch KENNER Alien on the box. They airbrushed the dome and you can barely see the skull. Of course, this guy was pulled off the store shelves when moms complained it was too scary. So I don't know if this board game ever had artwork that did not have an airbrushed dome. The kids sure are having fun playing this scary game. And this kid sure is enjoying the 18-inch KENNER Alien. Brett's sure not enjoying himself. Check this out real quick. It was sold in a sporting goods department. Maybe they put it there to hide it from moms. I'll show the KENNER Alien box and poster insert in a separate video. This is something I noticed right away when I first saw this. KENNER designed this alien logo for the product line. The outer shape is based on H.R. Giger's egg silo that never made it into the movie, but basically showed up in Prometheus. This is H.R. Giger's alien art design book. So let's compare the logo to Giger's airbrushed creation. Ridley Scott didn't use it in the Alien movie because of the budget. I have a video on my channel where I flipped through the entire book. Here's a KENNER version flipped on the back of the box. File that under I bet you didn't know that. Let's take a closer look at the board. It's not based on the alien life cycle. And I don't think it was because they were told not to give anything away. I think it's because the main object of the game is to get your astronauts to escape. So they use movie stills in the 4 home bases. The Nostromo landing claw is a production still. You can see stage lighting and a giant fan in the background. They gave them an overall color cast to match the tokens in the game. So the movie stills are centered around the 3 astronauts, Captain Dallas, Kane, and Lambert. So here they find the derelict spaceship, and finally the space jockey. They use a rendering of the Narcissus space shuttle in the middle. The only real special markings on the board are the astronauts' choice spaces, airshaft spaces for the alien special movement as shown on the right, and safe spaces, which aren't always safe. Other markings designate the path you must follow. So KENNER made their own alien logo for this. This alien doesn't have the translucent dome over the skull. Let's take a look at the printed rules. So that's the 18-inch KENNER Alien with watercolor blood splatters. And here's the flavor text. It's interesting that they say alien token, just to make sure it's not your 18-inch KENNER Alien you're using. For the object of the game, the box just states the first part, but the rules say also use your alien to eliminate the astronauts of other players. Here's a look at the inside spread. They have what they call equipment. Mount the astronauts and aliens on their bases and put them on the home squares. Let's play with an exclamation point. I'll show you how all these rules are played coming up. This is just a general overview. This is mainly about rolling dice and moving. These are the rules of escape and elimination. Starts with astronauts. Shows you the escape route, an astronaut's choice shortcut. When you make your way around the perimeter of the board, you get to the inner corridor where you take a chance at winning the game. Elimination of astronauts and safe spaces in which you can still be eliminated. Aliens are never eliminated. And finally, here's the rules for the aliens, including airshaft movement and the inner corridor where they can still eliminate astronauts trying to win the game. Even if all 3 of your astronauts are eliminated, continue to roll both dice, because if you get a double, you can get an extra turn. Each player starts with 3 astronauts and 1 alien on their home base. The astronauts have no special abilities other than there's 3 of them. So you can potentially sacrifice an astronaut so your other ones can move on. You notice these KENNER ALIEN tokens have eyes. On your turn, you roll the dice. The white die indicates the number of spaces you move 1 astronaut, and the red die is how many spaces you move your alien. If you happen to roll doubles, you move that number of spaces and roll again. These are the rules of doubles. Any player who rolls doubles gets a free roll. However, only 2 free rolls are allowed each turn. In this case, we'll move 1 astronaut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces around the perimeter of the board, and his alien 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces around the perimeter of the board. Your alien can never eliminate your astronauts. So in this case, he rolls again for his free roll. He can move 1 of his astronauts 4 spaces and his alien 3 spaces. He does not have to move the same astronaut on his free roll. The rules suggest it's not a bad idea to leave 1 astronaut behind in case the other 2 get eliminated. I haven't really found that to help though. If you're going to get eliminated, you're going to get eliminated. The primary path for the astronauts is clockwise around the perimeter of the board. You can think about it as having to go behind each of your 3 opponents' home bases until you get to back in front of yours. There's special spaces on the board we'll look at in a minute. But first, let's see how you get into the inner corridor. In this example, when the green astronaut reaches this green line, he has completed his circuit around the perimeter of the board. The line indicates that he has to take this route into the inner corridor. Then he continues his movement around the inner corridor of the Space Shuttle Narcissus until he lands at that arrow, and he can potentially win the game, and not necessarily by exact count, by being the first astronaut, and possibly the only astronaut, to reach the Space Shuttle Narcissus. Astronauts and aliens always move clockwise around the board. The only exception is when the aliens use the air shafts. The aliens can always take the shortcuts. An alien can exit the inner corridor the same way he came in. The astronaut's choice spaces work like this. It's an astronaut's choice because he has to move 2. His normal path would be 1, 2. If he took the astronaut's choice for a shortcut, he would land on an alien and be eliminated in this case. Otherwise, he can move 2 to take the shortcut. The shortcut is 5 spaces, and the normal route is 12 spaces. There are 63 spaces from home base to the center of the board. To show you where the special movement spaces are on the board in relation to one another, I put an astronaut on each of the 4 astronauts' choice spaces and an alien on the airshaft spaces. The other airshaft spaces are in the 4 corners of the board. Here's examples of how the airshaft spaces work. I put just 2 pieces on the board to illustrate this movement. The blue alien ended his previous turn on an airshaft space. On his next turn, the alien rolled a 5. He has many options to be creative to eliminate this astronaut. He can move in any combination to any one of the airshaft spaces. and then continue his movement clockwise. So you can see how deadly those airshaft spaces can be. An astronaut's eliminated by an alien in two ways. An alien ends his movement on the astronaut's space, or if an astronaut is forced to end his clockwise movement around the board on a space occupied by an alien that is not a safe space. Aliens never eliminate astronauts of the same color. The game has to show some mercy. If two or more astronauts occupy a safe space, they are all safe from aliens. However, if that alien is still there when the last astronaut moves out of that space, that astronaut is eliminated, even if his alien is on the same space. Aliens can never be eliminated, not by other aliens, nor other astronauts. If all of your astronauts have been eliminated, your alien stays in the game and can still eliminate other astronauts. You continue to roll 2 dice, using the red die to move the alien, and if you roll doubles, you get to roll and move him again.
Danger.
I did a full gameplay video that's linked in the game's playlist at the end. And he'll move like this to eliminate that astronaut. He'll move 1, 2, 3 spaces, and the red astronaut is the first victim. An exciting game of elimination and escape, just as advertised.
The option to override automatic detonation expires in T-5.
Check out my playlists of Alien and Star Wars collectibles. Please subscribe and click send me updates so you don't miss another interesting video. Once again, thanks for watching.